Who remembers exactly what happened last time? And
I
who
think I
would like to
remember.
give the recap?
I think I remember.
I
So
think
I'd
I
like
think
to do the
you should
recap.
give the recap. What? I think you
Yeah, you
should give the
should.
recap.
No, I don't think What deserves to do the recap.
Then we all
Damn.
get a point of inspiration.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I
No,
think we
I
deserve
think
that after
only
so long.
can I
You do the
do
recap,
the
and we all get a point of inspiration.
True. Do it.
I'll do the recap. You guys pick who gets 1 point of inspiration. Not all of
What?
you get one.
Aw.
Boo.
Decide
Boo.
amongst yourselves who gets the extra point.
Jimbo is completely filled.
Oh man, I wanted to do the recap.
Jimbo is full
Wait.
of inspirations.
You are at the limit. You don't need more inspirations.
Your greed is hurting the economy. Fuck.
Yeah, it's almost like we waited a few months to start back
Oh.
session. But it's almost weird.
And
almost like
it's
we
almost like
recorded-
I don't want to give all of you guys inspiration plus 1 to start with.
It's almost. Wait, did we already start with the point of inspiration?
Yeah.
We do? I thought it was Naruto.
Oh
It's
shit,
been
yeah, that is
months,
Naruto.
though.
Okay, that's fair.
Naruto.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is Naruto. That's fair. That's fair. That's Naruto. I got confused. We've been playing more Naruto than regular D&D 5e recently.
I
I think 1 point of inspiration to all of us is fair for this session.
think like all the other campaigns are not D&D.
Yeah. This is the only D&D 5e campaign we have right now.
Yeah. Anyways, I think we should play what for mistaking the Will of Fire with regular D&D though.
Oh no, I'm being lynched. This is not good. But yes.
All right. The recap.
Jimbo, you can still recap and I'll still give everybody a +1 inspiration if you want.
Okay. So, if I recall correctly, the gang was busy fighting the wizard guy and the big guy from the weird death cult around the Tiberius people. So, gang beat the absolute snot out of the wizard guy and the big guy. I think they're still alive though, but heavily injured. Ivan was off busy gallivanting about, I think, getting Delirious Tiberius to safety. He then proceeded to get the delirious person into safety. Then Ivan went back towards the rest of the game, getting to rendezvous and help them out with the big guy and the wizard guy. Most of the Marines and pirates had snapped out of the wizard-induced psychosis, except Vincent's divorced parents, who were still slugging it out. And I think that's where we left off.
A little bit after Vincent's divorced parents were slugging it out, they managed to regain some semblance of comprehension of what exactly was going on, and some stuff happened. The rising of zombies. The dead walked amongst the living. And after that,
Zombies?
yeah, there were zombies. That was like at the very end. That was kind of like a big issue of why I needed to take a break and why I was just yeah, our main problem, the main thing I screwed myself over with largely. But because I do not feel like doing and I feel like everybody else has already agreed to this, I do not feel like doing full on like restart. I can't remember the word for it.
Reboot.
Reboot.
Oh,
TPK.
Retcon.
Retcon, yes, thank you. Because I don't want to do a retcon for this. I'm sticking with it, and thanks to help, I have been able to figure out what exactly to do, and we're sticking with that right now. So that is just about what has happened. The Marines have already reconvened, along with the Hellfire Pirates, who have also reconvened in their own way. Just to remind you all 3 of your parties are no longer fighting against each other, but are now kind of storming the beach a little bit to try getting back to your guys' ship. And as it stands right now, the sort of army from these death cultists are kind of ahead of everybody. Except they've been chasing after Ivan and Delirious, who are Delilah?
Delilah, yeah.
That was Delilah.
Hey there, Delilah.
Hey there, Delilah.
Hey there, Delilah. Yeah.
Yes, way ahead of everybody else. You did kill the wizard, but then necromancy shenanigans. That is literally the best way to put that. And now that we're getting started back into this, we re-enter the crew of the Golden Memory Pirates as they are all reconvening and getting a small moment to breathe as they are preparing alongside the Marines and the Hellfire Pirates, getting ready to storm the beach to chase after the death cult that is currently assaulting your two crew members. So, Vincent, in this moment, you have a chance to speak to your crew.
Wait, so are we at our boat or like by the dock?
You guys are still like right by the exit of the prison. Just as a reminder, the big guy ended up punching a huge hole into the wall of the prison, which was just like created a straight shot outside to over to your guys' ship. So the whole masses of the forces are currently reconvening right now, and you have a chance to speak to your crew, Vincent, to try bolstering their morale, to try discussing a battle plan, that kind of thing.
Okay, let me just um um our ship has been under siege. We need to make sure to get back to it to defend Charchat and the others who can't defend themselves.
If anyone else has anything to say, the people here currently are Ladikun, Royal, Nikolai, and of course Alana. Ivan and, or technically Crow, I suppose, right now. Crow and Delilah are, like I said before, already running along the beach trying to get to the ship.
So, what's the order of people? Who's ahead of who? Like, first is whoever's farthest, last is whoever's furthest away from the ships.
Right now, the closest to the ship is Ivan and Delilah. They are not there just yet, but they have already passed the halfway mark. When it comes down to the death cults, they're like right behind the halfway mark, and they currently did just get like kind of crossed up on like this wall of fire that was created by Delilah's gun arm.
And like Vincent and like I'm assuming Maggie's following me, right?
It's more like Maggie has reconvened her own forces and is doing her own thing right
Okay,
now.
cool. Like
What
Vince is
about
gonna
the
he's gonna leave the room last. Make sure his crew gets out first.
Mhm.
Yeah. He's like
where is
saying,
Vince?
like gesturing them to start running.
Where is Vincent's divorced dad?
I just am doing the same thing Maggie's doing, but for the Marines. With like Coyote.
All right, so now when it comes down to this, there are going to be no BS rules. There are going to be no annoying chasing mechanics. There's not going to be anything like that. Right now, we just have something simple. Currently, like I said before, Ivan and Delilah are about more than halfway to the crew. I'm going to make this simple and sweet. Ivan, I want you to make me an athletics check to try just forcing yourself to hoof it as fast as you can. If you are currently raging, you do have advantage. And if I remember correctly, you were.
Yep. I just make sure I'm on the right character. For all. Car. Ivan.
Yikes, only have 1, 2.
Which character?
I have 4 shell slots.
Check. Also, I gotta say, it's really nice hearing Vincent's voice after so much time.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, it's good to be back.
I'm glad you missed it.
No, my mouse. Oh god. No, I'll just fucking type it. Hold on. Art. Check.
Dang. Oh, yeah, good idea.
Advantage.
Okay, right now I'm just going to roll a d20 plus 2 to see how the horde fares when it comes to trying to keep up. And thankfully, these are going to be the only two people who
Yikes.
are rolling. Ivan, or Crow, just having Delilah slung over your shoulder right now, just straight up fireman carrying her, you are able to easily clear the distance, feeling the sand underneath your feet as you are just kind of just booking it straight for the ship. You see, just as you're getting closer and closer, the array, the field of these would look to be spectral ships that are still surrounding your ship. But it seems like that the bounty hunter ship has managed to at least occupy a few of them, not all of them, and it does even appear that they are kind of doing a mini dogfight in the water right now. It is honestly kind of not looking good for the bounty hunters, as it looks like they've taken a few solid hits, but they are still up and they are still going right now.
Those
And
idiots. I don't think they thought they could take on a whole fleet by themselves.
you can make me a perception check if you want real quick too.
Sure. Check perception. 9. Oof.
Yikes.
You feel like you see something in the distance. You feel like you can there's just something around the bounty hunter ship, but you cannot make it out. You feel like you see a tiny thing, but it's too far away for you to even really get any good of an idea of it.
I'm too distracted with Delilah yelling in
I
my
was
ear.
gonna say, can I make the perception check with additional help from Vero?
Yeah, I will say, because Vero is with Ivan.
If you want, yeah. Dogfighting was the only good word I knew in my head.
Why do I keep rolling low?
You were rolling with Nikolai, not the homunculus, because Vero is a homunculus, correct?
Oh my
At
god,
least
I have to
mechanically
find
for the
the
artificer.
I have to find the homunculus servant thing again. I said, can I roll perception with the help of Vero though?
Yes, you can. Oh,
What I rolled.
you guys are. Oh yeah, that's a strange thing, ain't it? Because technically you can look through Vero's eyes. I'm gonna say you technically can't do that because you're not within range to help Vero, or neither is Vero in range to help you. However, your first check was a 15 regardless. And technically, because it's Vero who's making the perception check.
Vero has a +4, so that would be a 16.
Okay, then yeah. Looking through Vero's eyes, Nikolai, you're fairly confident you can see floating around the ship are these dolls. You're
Oh,
not too
cool.
certain, but it looks like there are these dolls that are just kind of flying around, and they look to be patching up any holes that are created from resulting cannonball fire or otherwise damage.
Yo, it's the girls. Power.
The various stuffed animals and dolls are just flying around the ship.
Girl?
I report the strange findings to you.
Our ship or their ship?
The bounty hunter ship.
Damn.
And it actually does look like any damage that as a fight has commenced actually in the water, it does look like some of them have spread out to also assist any damage your guys' ship are taking.
Good. That means our ship is alright.
For now, at least.
Yeah.
That definitely won't be able to hold up for very long. That's
Definitely.
like basic. That's just a baseline. You're aware of this, Vincent. There's no way something like that would be able to be kept up for very long.
Yeah.
That could stall you maybe about 5 minutes. 10 minutes at most.
I remember.
But
her
besides
name,
that,
but the doll bounty hunter girl, yeah, she'll get tired eventually.
But to move on a little bit here, that is how Ivan or Crow and the Horde is doing. Cutting back to these three separate groups, each of them are doing their own thing. First off, I will ask the Golden Memory Pirates, what exactly are you guys doing in this moment? Are you also just trying to hoof it down to the ship, or are you currently trying to perhaps assist slowing down the Horde in any way, anything like that?
I'm just waiting
America.
I'm just waiting for my crew to leave the room. Like
Yeah, no, yeah.
yeah.
You guys are probably full on left already.
All right, cool. And I'm looking for like mom and dad to see if they're also like they're following us behind us.
I have a dumb idea, but I don't know if it would work.
What's your idea?
Like, I'm assuming we're running through like all the different hallways to get out of this place or something like that.
It is just
I
a
was
straight hole in the wall you guys can get out of. It's literally just
I
a
was
huge
thinking-
hole in the wall.
If I remember correctly,
That goes out my idea then.
I think they were already running on the beach when we last left off session, behind the
Mhm.
Horde.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
then there goes my idea then. No, it wouldn't work.
Not exact mechanics, but you guys do have options here that you could try using if you have any spells, any abilities that you think might be able to work in a specific way, and tell me how you think that would work. I would try seeing how we could possibly work in this unique way and see if there would be a roll or saving throw incorporated for it. So if you guys have any ideas to try maybe boosting yourself forward in a unique way, or perhaps trying to slow down the Horde in some unique way, rather than distinctly, because this isn't just like combat yet. You guys have not gotten into combat.
What?
Can I do wait, why do I keep forgetting that I can't do stuff on the other account?
Come on. What do you want to do with Thorn Whip?
Try to just grab into anything to boost myself forward with whoever I can grab, I guess.
With a roll of a 22, I would say you'd probably be able to find a few rocks, a few various things you can use to kind of latch onto and kind of sort of crank the whip back to be able to like speed yourself forward on. That's what Nikolai's doing. Is there anything else anyone else is doing? Or because Alana right now is just running like Roughnut said. Is there anything else anyone else is doing? Vincent said he was paying attention to what they were doing.
Yeah.
What's up, Royal?
Can I Mario Kart double dash away?
Yeah, you can. As Royal and Nikolai are just kind of surprisingly keeping pace with each other, Nikolai using his whip and Royal just booking it, they are managing to keep a quick pace. Vincent, you are, despite them speeding ahead of you,
Yeah.
and Alana, the two of you are still managing to keep pace relatively fine. As you look to your side to see what your mother and father are doing, you see your father is still kind of running in the general direction you are, but as you're kind of running along, you see Maggie and her whole band of pirates and prisoners alike split off from the main group and kind of duck off to the side. And rather than running towards your ship and where the Horde is going, she kind of runs off somewhere else entirely.
I'm casting
Leading her people.
I'm casting message. Where are you going?
So, message, you don't have to respond, do you?
I don't have to, but I'll keep doing it.
She decidedly does not respond. She just turns her head to give you, well, a look of regret, possibly. You don't really know much more further than that. You could possibly make an insight check or something
Make
like
an
that if you
insight
want to
check.
try. Sure, go ahead.
17.
You feel like decidedly she couldn't believe your words nor her own when you managed to convince her out of that funk you did before. And she feels like the best thing she can do right now is just get away from all of this. And that's what she's doing. She's leading her entire people away. But that's that for what Maggie is doing.
I'm so mad at Maggie.
You have a very good reason to be. I don't think there's any kind of good reason to be happy with Maggie either.
I'm casting
But-
sending.
Can I grab her with one of my
I'm
other whips?
no,
I
no,
have like
no.
2 on each. She can't just run away from everything she has done. She has to pay for what she has done. running away, just escaping her responsibilities.
I would like to say
No,
that just because she's
yeah.
just because she's running away right now does not mean that this is the end of this either. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm not letting her get away. Nikolai has had enough with how she has been treating everyone and how she has been treating herself. I'm grabbing her.
What is Vincent wanting to do? Because it sounded like he wanted to do
Yeah.
something.
I'm gonna cast sending. That way she definitely will hear me.
That's why I said I used my whip.
You already used your whip to dash ahead,
Yeah,
ET.
you already did that.
Ugh. I hate this. Maggie just making me pissed off. Everything she does.
Oh no, you only have one more 3rd level spell left. What do you say to
We
her?
need her army. My family is in danger. So don't leave me again. I'll make sure I can see. I'm pretty sure that fits. Is in 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 9. Yeah,
Gross.
9 words.
9 words.
I am employed.
I am
by the
employed.
civilians. True.
Oh man, I'm really trying to weigh my words right now, you know? I feel like... She was looking back to you before, but now her head is turned forward. And she is not turned around.
Can that be persuasion check? Or maybe intimidation?
I'm sorry, man, but I don't think you can persuade check this one.
What the heck? Okay, can I intimidate then?
Intimidate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no, unfortunately, for now, man.
Lame. That's fine.
With a heavy weight in your heart, Vincent, you feel like there's probably nothing you could say to her to really change her mind as it stands. But that right now is the least of your worries. You have your ship to worry about, your family back on the water. Now, cutting back to Crow and Delilah. The two of you are at nearly the finish line, just barely getting there to the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I should have casted
So-
message again.
I'm gonna need you to make me one more athletics check. Once
All
again,
right.
because you're still raging at advantage. ET, she's not getting away with this. It's just
Yeah.
we can. There are
Let's throw it
priorities
later.
as it stands.
Yeah, there's better,
21.
more important things to do than a woman.
Fair enough. Definitely not. Okay, so Crow. Delilah's still slung over your shoulder. You manage to clear an imaginary line in your mind, at least, and you feel like you can already hear the confetti and party poppers as you've crossed your own finish line right now, as you kind of jump up onto the deck of your ship.
Whew, it's good to be home. Now get off of me, as he'll just violently drop Delirious on the floor.
Right.
On the
Delilah just flops down to the floor with a plop. And she kind of gets up and dusts herself off, and she's going to say, well, that ain't very kind. Come on. Can't even ask for a 5-star ride? What the hell?
And you were good bait, at least.
You crazy-ass bastard.
Oh, thank you for the compliment.
As you look around, Crow, you can see the various members of your crew. Even Shar is up here right now. She is helping load cannons and you see Bruce and Raiden just kind of working together in tandem. These three people just manning this cannon and just trying their best to fend off these various ships in the background.
I guess I'm gonna have to do something as we walk over, pick up a cannonball, like start loading one himself.
All right. And Delilah will decidedly help you with loading the cannon as well and getting prepped to fire this. And further on, besides this, we are going to cut back to the main three. Maggie has just left the vicinity. She is no longer being considered a part of this encounter nor combat whatsoever. You guys have something else to focus on right now. Now, before we get to this, what's happening right now, I'm going to roll a check for Dennis and his men to see how fast they are able to get to where they need to go. Rolling good, wow. You see Vincent. Are you still kind of keeping eyes on your father, at
Yeah.
least? You see your father leading his charge of men towards what appears to be... You can make me a perception check if you wish,
Okay.
as you're the one who's actively looking as it stands. Well, good enough. You, looking on, you can see just this plot of what look to be shrubbery and bushes. But looking a little bit closer, with the sun overhead, you could swear you see a glint of sunlight reflecting off of what could best be described as cold hard steel. As you realize what that is, it's a mortar nest. They are currently running off to try getting to this mortar nest to perhaps assist with artillery.
Time to look at what a mortar nest is.
Do you know what a mortar is?
No, I think it's a boat.
No, a mortar is a small device. It's what Wilbur used at like first combat.
It's a cannon
A
thing?
tiny, yeah, it's kind of, think of it as like a mini cannon
Oh.
that shoots a charge that will then land and detonate. It's
Okay.
think of it as like a very fancy death tube almost.
That's funny.
It's like a very tiny howitzer,
Yes,
a very tiny artillery.
there you go.
Still
Only thing I know
very
is
explosive. though.
Howitzer, I think, is Bakugo's move in My Hero Academia.
He has a name named after Howitzer. That's so
Howitzer
stupid.
Impact.
That's kind of cool, but also really stupid. Boo. He's not American.
I think
He'll never
it's
be
the thing he
American.
does against armor or something.
But yeah,
man.
so obviously not as advanced as these kinds of mortars, but mortars nonetheless. You understand what it is, Vincent.
Yeah.
And it appears that they are right on it. And with where the mortar nest is currently in relation to the path that you guys are taking right now, they will at least not be assaulted by the zombie horde that's going on right now. Now, Golden Memories, you guys have another decision to make. Are you going to try attacking the horde from behind now, or are you still going to try boosting yourselves forward and just trying to get as far up as you can?
I still have my floating dagger, right?
How long does that last?
Oh, frick. Animating performance. It lasts, so it's a bonus action, or I use it to make it. It has all 50 HP. It lasts an hour.
It lasts an hour, then yes, you still have it.
Cool.
So yeah, you still have your dagger, Vincent.
Nice. Just floating around around my head.
You're just whistling while running all the while.
Yeah. So what are the options?
You can try, if you have any spell slots left, you could try casting a spell in a unique way, and you'll have to kind of try explaining to me, how exactly you're trying to use this spell, and how you think it'll try affecting the horde. Or, in the opposite, you could try using a spell to perhaps propel yourself forward, or try helping you run forward in any extent. This could be something like a cantrip, or even a leveled spell.
I have one last shatter. I don't think I should use it yet. I'm just gonna. Can I just try to like?
That's a good question. How do you guys feel right now? Do you guys feel like you can fight? Do you guys feel like you guys can try taking this on?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep running along and have my sword, have my knife, just anything that gets by me. Focus on making sure my crew gets on the boat. The only AoE I have is Shatter, and I can use that one last time.
How close are we to like? How close are we to the boat?
Right now, just to give everybody an idea, the Marines are heading off to the mortar nest. They are just about there. The mortar nest is roughly at a halfway point towards. You guys have just crossed the halfway point, and the Horde is just about at like that imaginary finish line. Not exactly there just yet, but enough that it's kind of concerning for the people on deck right now.
Our deck?
Yes, your deck.
Frick.
But you do still have some cannons pointed towards the shoreline, at least. As if I remember correctly, that was actually something one of you specified while parking the ship.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I think we're all just focusing on getting to the boat.
All right, got it. Vincent, I will say with your Shatter, you would have enough space to target your entire crew. And you could try, if you want to, and reminder, you do have inspiration points to use. If you want to right now, you can try making me an Arcana or a straight Charisma roll. And depending on if you succeed or not, you will have a chance to launch your entire crew a considerable distance, even possibly over the Horde in front of you right now.
Shatter just breaks things.
Yes, it does, but you can tailor the spell. That's like this is I'm giving you an option right now to try explaining using your spells in a different way. And I am requiring a roll for it as it's going against the spell description, but you do have the option and opportunity to try it.
I guess so. That'd be kind of cool.
Yo, is that lightning? Holy shit, hold on.
I still do have. I have 3 spell slots after this. I guess I could. I'll do it. So just do what was it?
The way I envision Shatter is that yes, it does just break things, but it breaks things through virtue of the sheer concussive and audio-based force. I feel like if Vincent was able to probably repurpose that in a much more softer method, he could probably keep the concussive force without necessarily needing the audio shattering force along with it too. Which is why, this is probably requiring a check.
But if I fail,
it's anime.
Would I hurt my crew?
If you fail this check, then I'd say you just waste the spell slot.
Okay, thank goodness. This is not ever gonna hurt his crew.
The Shocker from Spider-Man.
Man,
The Shocker.
I don't have the roll 20 sheet. I
do have an idea, but I'm not sure how well it would actually
Before you fully sink in on it, you guys do have an opportunity to discuss among yourselves what exactly you think you should do right now. If ET has an idea, they should share that, just so you guys can weigh your options.
So ET was looking at inventory for anything he could use. Nikolai has oil. I was thinking, what if I just toss the oil in the general direction of zombies and maybe shoot at it, or use lightning web or something. I was thinking about something like that, just to set it on fire,
You just want to try igniting the Horde?
Yes.
That's pretty clever. Good job. Good thinking, Easy.
You can do that while Vincent is also doing a Shatter thing. So even if you guys, because when you guys, if you guys do still even get on the deck, there is still the method of undocking and trying to get the hell out of there. So you can absolutely do that. I'll say you can make me a sleight of hand check right now for the tossing of the oil.
Also,
and for Vincent, it's a Charisma or Arcana check.
Okay. Also, are we 120 feet away?
From the Horde?
No, from the boat.
From the boat. From where you guys are right now, halfway point there. I'd say roughly yes. I was trying to avoid exact distances in this just so we could keep this going fast. But yeah, for the sake of whatever you're trying to do, yes.
So we are 120 feet away.
Yes.
Cool. I can use message. I'm gonna message Ivan, and also everyone else is a cantrip. We're getting there. Prepare to sail. Wait, I should say the voice. We're on our way. Prepare to sail.
Copy that. You hear Bruce respond
Let's go.
as he immediately gets up and just starts walking along and getting the help of Raiden. Just kind of. Mal, what's your response?
It's always weird when that one does it, but I guess I can comply. As just shift focus after firing the cannon.
Also, what? Let's make sure you remember this. We rolled for if Bruce is afraid or not. He rolled a nat 20 for against being feared. I just make sure that's remembered.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I
Yeah.
remember that. Don't worry.
Wanted to make sure because that's awesome. All right. And then Vincent is going to do. I have Arcana is. Dang, I can't use the roll 20 shit. I would have +5. Oh well.
You have a +5 in Arcana. What's your charisma modifier?
on the roll 20 sheet, not the D&D Beyond. So I have +3.
Right now, we are still
exactly,
using
exactly.
the
Yeah, exactly.
So
I was complaining.
compare Arcana or Charisma, whichever one's higher, you should use
Yeah,
that one.
it's both +3.
Then doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know.
Arcana is. Oh,
It's just like
keep in mind you
magical
you do have
engineering.
inspiration.
I do.
You do have inspiration to use.
It's
Just to let you know,
advantage, right?
Arcana, you would reroll at advantage, yes. Just to let you know, like to pick your flavor, dang. Arcana is more like kind of taking the energy you have and kind of restructuring it in an intelligent way of how your magic works. Charisma is more so exerting your own personal force of will
Yeah.
to try commanding your magic to work in that specific way.
Exactly. It's just yourself, your creativity. All right.
Holding out for a hero right now.
Dang it. I thought the Fortnite joke would help.
It decidedly did not. With a 13. I'd say to the degree of failure, you don't necessarily waste a spell slot. The Shatter does work in this way. However, you are not able to propel yourself far enough.
So you get launched a bit though, right?
You do get launched a bit, yes. You guys are now incredibly closer to the ship, but this is where Nikolai has a chance to do his whole horde fire thing. You guys, at this point, if you want to try cast, if you don't have another Shatter, you probably can't do it, but you could probably try attempting to cast one more to try launching yourselves over the horde and onto the ship, but if you can't do that, then decidedly can't do that.
All right,
If that's not the case, you guys are going to have to carve a way through right now.
You said I didn't spend a spell slot, right?
You spent a spell slot, right, to cast the Shatter?
Yeah, no. You said I didn't lose a spell slot.
No, you didn't waste the spell slot, is what I said. You still casted Shatter. You still
Okay,
casted Shatter.
that makes sense.
You got
That's what I
some kind of effect,
Yeah.
so you didn't waste the spell slot
Okay, that
by
makes
trying to do it.
that's
in a
why I was
special
confused
way.
for a second. That makes more sense.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. No worries.
That was my last shot.
So from that, Nikolai, you're wanting to attempt to douse a specific group of the horde in flames and then ignite the flames using your electrical whip, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said before, make me a sleight of hand check for tossing the oil.
Sleight of hand, yay, I'm good at that. I almost rolled on the auto count again.
Why?
Wait,
We suck.
Can
Interesting.
I use one of my inspiration to remake
Yes,
the
indeed.
roll?
Yes, you can.
Why did I get that?
There you go. That's way better. So, beginning, middle, or end? Choose. The beginning
start
would
of
be the horde most closest to you. Middle would be, bit of the horde in the middle, and the end would be the bit of the
Middle,
horde
so
closest to the
we'll-
ship.
middle, so it's more to the other zombies.
All right, and now is your chance to try casting electrical web to try igniting them.
Hi.
Oh, it's lightning lure, really?
I mean, yeah.
Because you're using it in this unique way. Make me an Arcana check.
Arcana. Okay.
Nice.
Definitely good enough.
Good roll, see?
Nikolai, describe this.
So you can see Nicola, like, just sort of looking back at the hold, his mechanical eye seemingly zooming into the hold and trying to aim the bottle, and he throws at it, and before shooting at it, he throws at it, and as it flies over to the middle of the hold, he shoots at it as the oil sprays down onto the zombies. And finally, he slowly raises his arms, slowly aims through the horde of zombies, and fire at the closest thing. The lightning lure grabbing and shocking into the zombies, lighting them on fire.
As all of you see, the Golden Memory pirates on the ground, the Marines getting to the mortar nest, and those on the deck getting prepped to leave right now, you all see just this flame alight just in the middle as it seems the fire is jumping from corpse to corpse, slowly spreading from the flammable oil. And I believe that is the extent of this thing right now. Heading back to Ivan, Crow, Delilah, and the others on the ship right now. As it stands, Crow, Raiden, and Bruce are getting the ship prepped to leave. They're raising the anchor, setting the sails, getting ready to get the heck out of there. There is a problem, however. You don't have a path to get out of there. There is a solution, however, once more. You can carve a path using your cannon. So these past few times, you guys have been loading up the cannons and firing at these spectral ships. You've noticed something interesting, Crow. You've noticed that these ships tend to go down in 1 to 2 shots, whether it's by virtue of the materials being used to make them being absolutely terrible, or maybe you just have good aim. You don't really know yourself. But what you know is that with this knowledge, you will be able to at least try carving out some kind of path here.
How many do we have loaded?
Right now, with Bruce and Raiden working on raising the anchor and all that, you and Delilah will be able to at least load up 1 cannon to fire.
Well, we started that like a round ago, so I say we already have 1 loaded, and these guys already loaded it?
Right, Wilbur is loading. I forgot about his existence.
Then also,
Why do you
Char.
do this?
Char was also helping out, I think.
Char was also helping out, yes. Yes, you guys did just load up that cannon. Char and Wilbur are working on another cannon as well. These 2 separate teams, Char and Wilbur, are going to be working on loading up the cannon in this turn, as they did just fire previously. You, however, have a cannon primed to go. So, as it stands, you will at least be able to get 1 shot off per this kind of tick, this almost sort of round going off.
And how many are in our path?
Roughly from what you can see, there are... In your direct path out, there are 2. However, there is also to consider the various ships behind you that will probably try firing at your ship as you leave. That's not to say you necessarily need to shoot them down before you can leave either. You could very much try getting out, but there would be the question of maneuvering the ship and trying to dodge these cannonballs and all that as you're making a hasty retreat.
Alright. I'm gonna fire off 1, then I'm gonna do something stupid. So what do I roll to hit? Or do they just happen?
I want you to make me, for the purpose of this, you can make me, you know what? You're definitely proficient in cannons. You can make me a dexterity-based weapon attack roll with proficiency bonus. And also, while you're doing that, small note for all of you. If I suddenly die, it is probably because my power went out. There is a lightning storm happening outside right now.
Yikes.
Oh boy.
Like full-on lightning. I am seeing a consistent strike every 2 to 3 seconds.
Hold on, I gotta check something real quick before I do this. Does this work with?
It seems God did not intend for me to be able to run a D&D session tonight. But he has not struck me down yet.
Hey, don't say that. Last time I literally said, "Come at me, Zeus." I had a power out.
I don't think taunting. I don't think taunting the
don't
one who
taunt
controls.
Zeus.
I'm not gonna taunt Zeus. Don't
As
worry.
someone who also did
Frieza-
taunt Zeus and was immediately given the repercussions, don't taunt that
Frieza
man.
tried it once and it worked. Frieza tried it once and it worked. If Frieza can do it, so can I. Also, don't you mean Frieza with 2 E's?
Who? Oh. Huh. Shut up.
I'm gonna.
So yeah,
So I'm gonna see what happens after this. 10?
inspiration you do have.
Gonna re-roll that then, because I have 2.
You know what? I'll also say you should probably be making these at advantage as you are technically getting the help action
Okay.
from the assistance of.
Okay.
Nice.
So with the one shot, can you roll me a real quick d6? This is not to determine damage exactly. Kind of and kind of not in the same way.
2.
You manage to land one solid shot in about the middle of the mast of the ship right in front of you. It's not down yet, though, but you do know it probably just needs one more shot to be taken down.
Alright. He's gonna help her load in a cannonball, but let her do the rest. Then he's gonna go to the back of the ship where like the other ships are, preparing to fire at them. And I'm gonna attempt. So, monks have deflecting missiles.
You want to
Could
try
I
deflecting a cannonball?
Yes!
Be back there and defend
That's so cool.
in case one comes at us.
With the exact weight of a cannonball, it would be incredibly hard to. However, that can't stop you from trying.
It's Crow. He'll do it.
See, the thing is, it doesn't specify a limit with some.
No, it really doesn't. The main point
You can do it with
is
any attack, and
the
that's
main
I love
ranged
it.
attack. Yeah.
I love
that's
it.
the gloriousness of deflect missiles. Rules as written, any sized ranged attack works.
That's fantastic.
Even like fucking bolts, like giant, like
I'm
mounted
s-
crossbow bolts.
Here, to read it off for everybody. Starting at 3rd level, you can use your reaction to deflect or catch the missile when you are hit by a ranged weapon attack. When you do so, the damage you take from the attack is reduced by 1d10 plus your dexterity modifier plus your monk level. If you reduce the damage to 0, you can catch the missile if it is small enough for you to hold in one hand and you have at least one hand free. If you catch a missile in this way, you can spend 1 key point to make a ranged attack with the weapon or piece of ammunition you just caught as part of the same reaction. You make this attack with proficiency, regardless of your weapon proficiencies, and the missile counts as a monk weapon for the attack, which has a normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60 feet. So technically, as the cannon is a ranged weapon that is being used to make a ranged weapon attack, you can deflect missiles the cannonball. The question is if the D10 will be able to, D10 plus your dex plus your monk level, will be able to reduce the damage entirely. You're gonna need to body an entire cannonball.
Of a cannonball.
Crow can do it.
The cannons from these ones are especially cheap. However, they are dealing 2d8 damage, and that's not to count for the dexterity modifier of whoever's using them.
If we count my barbarian level, but it's just monk levels.
Yeah, it's just monk levels, which is unfortunate.
I find those features dumb. I find them really dumb.
Yeah.
Well, it is also to balance out the brokenness that is multiclassing.
Fair.
Yeah, but like this feature specifically, like it's not really that much. But fair enough. So that would be
Yeah. Okay. So you're kind of posted up on the back of this, getting ready. It's crazy for you to do, but of course this is only something a crazy person would do. Um, so that's what Ivan or Crow is doing currently. Cutting back over to the group. The Marines, not even going to roll for them this time because they rolled so well previously. They managed to get to the mortars. You guys are currently right behind the horde as it stands, and it seems the fire is slowly starting to spread. Now, there is a decision you guys can make right now. Once more, do you guys try just toughing it out and just try running through this horde, not even caring to attack them, just trying to get out on the other side safe? Or are you going to try cutting your way through? One is incredibly more dangerous, but is faster, and the other is slower, but you do have the option for you to be fighting these things through.
We're just gonna focus on. I think we're all in agreement. We're all gonna focus on getting to the ship.
Could you try describing to me how you would use Featherfall? Like, could you try explaining to me, like how would you flavor it, per se? Like, with how Shatter was being flavored is that way. How would you try flavoring it?
Wait. I have a question.
And I'm not-
Okay. I have a
Yes.
question for you. What? So I have a floating dagger. Can Revenant use Featherfall? We're making us like have 0 like weight, right? That's how it works. Can we almost ride my dagger? That sounds bad.
It's not necessarily that Featherfall gives you 0 weight. You just gain a slow speed,
Oh,
like
I
a slow
see.
fall speed.
Dang.
Excuse me. Yeah, it doesn't make you a balloon.
Fair.
And also, that feather is way too small, my friend.
What feather?
That poor feather. Your quill or whatever.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's not an actual feather. It's a knife.
Yeah, I know it's a knife, but it still has a feather part of it. But besides that,
It does?
can we Goomba stomp enemies? Yeah, what do you think a quill is?
That's just the name. That's just the name because it's a writing pun. It's just a
I
knife.
suppose, but I thought it was a literal quill, dude. I'm gonna be
No.
real.
I
thought you were.
I wrote a
and
story how I
that,
got it. Remember?
That honest, yeah, I do remember the story. But when you said quill, I was like, oh, he's talking about a writing implement. Like,
That's funny. Not that
I
quill.
literally thought you were just using a feather to like pierce through these guys.
That is pretty funny, but no. I'm not Fox, sadly.
I can say, all right, yes. You guys can jump and then hover. If you guys have, I can say actually with Nikolai's Thorn Whip, his Spider-Man stuff, he could probably help you guys get leverage and then pull yourselves up to then gain that extra boost you need to kind of hover over these guys. Alana, I want you to give me an Arcana check, and if Nikolai does that, he can also give me an Arcana or sleight of hand check.
Can I help Alana instead? Or like can Vincent help either of us?
Vincent, how would you want to help them?
So
Oh, help action. I would say with this, Vincent, you can choose one person between Nikolai and Alana, which one you want to help.
So one is web slinging us, and the other one is making us float.
Yes, the other one is making sure you guys can actually hover over, and the other one is making sure you can actually get that boost you need to start hovering.
I feel like I should be helping Nikolai, maybe? Because, like,
Okay.
I don't know how Vincent would help Alana.
Encouraging words, my friend.
'Cause
Encouraging words.
Isn't Alana's...
Oh, you
she
can.
does
You can also
various
give Bardic
drugs?
Inspiration. You can also use Bardic Inspiration if you still have any
I
left.
think I'm out. Let me check, though. I have... Okay, yeah. Okay, so... I want to save the Bardic Inspiration for us versus something if we need it to get out.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna help Nikolai.
Okay.
Nikolai, you getting help action?
Yeah.
Nice.
Do I win?
Do I win?
Jesus.
You're welcome.
I will say with that natural 20, you can Alana even passes. She doesn't. I was gonna say Alana could roll an advantage if she wanted, but she passes anyway. So Alana, if you want to roll again, see if you get any higher to try making whatever this outcome is better.
Imagine if he gets another nat 20.
A 21.
Oh.
Okay, so I want you guys to just kind of describe this teamwork to me right now.
All right. You start us
Damn,
off.
that lighting is
You
not lighting.
started us off, ET.
Yeah, start us off, Spider-Man.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to do is mainly grab onto one of them and then thing to get the momentum and then letting go just so they can, just so like throwing them from the momentum. I think
Oh,
that's
only
what I'm
one of
trying
us?
to do. I get it. I'm doing for each of
I
you.
think he's
Okay,
he
okay.
repeating the process.
Okay, okay. Makes sense.
I only have one hand. I can't grab onto all of you.
I thought
You
I thought we were
can if
getting
you weren't such a
I,
twink.
I thought we were getting Luffy, and I'm sorry.
They were getting slingshot.
Yeah, that's what Luffy does. He just grabs someone and like starts walking backwards with his legs staying still, and then propels himself in the direction he wants to go. It's called Gum Gum Rocket.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome. It's always really funny because everyone starts screaming. He did that one time, get it off Zunisha, this super huge elephant. It inflated his stomach, so it kind of gives him buoyancy. That sounded gross.
It's raining outside too. Oh, it is. Huh. Neat. Guys, it's honestly really insane because I'm like, it's holy. It's kind of like it's near daytime with how consistent the sky is being lit up. I'm not gonna lie.
Yikes, that's kind of scary.
Yeah,
Hope your animals are alright.
I hope so too. They're probably just being scared, but they should be fine. Alana reaches a hand into her long sleeve, pulling out small iron balls that she then proceeds to throw at people. The balls almost gaining life of their own and firing downwards like a compacted jet firing off. Her own versions of the device making the soles of her shoes fire off and make her hover in place as she ran. All right, and as you guys just get launched over, Gregory, if you wish to Goomba stomp one of them, you may make me a weapon attack.
Nice. Let's go, Jumbo.
What? Gregory is dead.
Or not Gregory, Royal. Sorry, I'm so used to Gregory. Royal, if you want to Goomba stop one of them, you may. Make me a melee weapon attack. Because Gregory is best. Royal, how exactly are you explaining this? Tell me.
Uh, was just gonna like plunge downwards and stab the whatever zombie he's above straight from the head straight down to the through the back.
And then pogoing off of it, you manage to launch yourself onto the deck. All of you guys manage to land on the deck, and as you guys touch your feet down onto the wooden planks, you just hear this distinct as there's flinging of sand and dirt going up in the air. As all of you are aware that a mortar strike just hit the beach, right where the horde is kind of closing in closest to your ship. The resulting mortar strike, along with the fire that is going on right now, has managed to deter it to start kind of being pushed back a little bit. Now, all of you guys are currently on the boat. You guys have managed to fully catch up.
How fast do we assess the situation? Oh boy.
Vincent, now's your time to take
Yeah.
charge.
Vincent, right when I'm assuming we're just like crashing down, right? But like gently, cause yeah. But,
Gently landing, yes.
Yeah. Can I make a charisma check to see how cool we look?
It's not flying, it's
Just for
You
cool,
try.
just for coolness. What?
I
What
think what?
one?
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Aren't you good at performance?
Thunder God.
I'm
You
good.
died.
I'm good
What?
at performance.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Dang. Vincent,
The Thunder
hi.
God got you.
We're
Hi.
good? Yeah, hi. If you want to decide how cool you look right
You died again.
You died again.
Uh-oh.
No, this has been months. Come on.
Why must the Thunder God do this to us?
Not any day but today. Like literally any other day.
Have you guys know that I've been multitasking through all of that?
Oh, coming up with questions.
No, I've already done the questions. I'm designing a logo for my school competition.
Ah.
Dang. I have one last inspiration.
I do have one last question I've been trying to think of, but I don't want to ask you guys, as you guys would immediately know the answer to.
Hmm. You died. Damn it. God damn it. Gesundheit.
Oh
And there
no.
he goes.
He died.